All right, everybody. Well, I am grateful to be here with you this evening. It's beautiful Thursday in the middle of summer. My name is Brooke Nieves, and I'm a Black Diamond here at Vital Health. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself so we're not complete strangers. And if you've been invited on this call today, you might have been invited for multiple reasons. Either someone's really excited about the mission that we have and they want to share it with you because they want to find if possibly there's some alignment. When you have a beautiful mission to share, then obviously anytime you're part of a mission, you want as many people on the mission as possible, right? That's how you create change in the world. And so that's honestly our vision here. We're here to create change and we're here to help people to create a greater life for themselves through how they build income. And I'll tell you a little story about myself. I was a wedding planner for almost 10 years and it was a very fun experience. Many people are like, "Oh my gosh, I bet that was so fun." And it was. I have some of the funniest, craziest stories. Lots of cake eating, just the most beautiful photos, picture perfect moments. But in the midst of that career, that was the only thing I had time for. And so I looked at my bucket list and I looked at other people, living their lives and going and doing fun things and was like, man, I don't have as much time for the life that I want to live and the things that I want to be doing. So I was making great money and I was successful, but what about my personal life? What about the things that I had dreamed about doing? And that was pressing on me as time went on. And so that created a wedge in my path of like, okay, I gotta start going a different direction. And I didn't honestly know what to do. And a girl had reached out to me. This is where it's like seek and when you seek, what you seek is seeking you, right? And so I was seeking another path. And a girl that had worked with me years ago reached out to me and said, "Hey, I got something really big that I got to share with you." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take a look." It was really hard for me to take a look. I actually gave her a lot of resistance at first. But when I did finally take a look, I saw the ability to add something to my portfolio to get me closer to where I wanted to go. And I actually was able to stop being a wedding planner. I was able to move overseas and travel the world and do all kinds of really cool things and check a lot of stuff off my bucket list. And so now that was in 2008, 2009. What year was that? It was either 2018. It was 2018. Okay. I'm like, I don't even know. Anybody ever like do that with time? You're like, I don't, I don't remember time anymore. 2018. So that was now 8 years ago since that happened. And I have now been a full-time entrepreneur, creating my own schedule and just creating a life of my own flexibility. And I absolutely love it. And so I get really passionate about sharing with other people what it's like to create that same type of lifestyle and do it in a way that's actually fun, right? Because we all have the ability to go out and work more or create more financial flexibility. And there's a lot of opportunities that even create like time flexibility. But is it for me is like, is it doing something that supports the collective? Is it something that's actually contributing to more people? Is it mission based? Is it purpose based? Is it something I enjoy doing? Is it fun? Is there community? Like these are all the things that I took into consideration. And for me, and what you're about to see tonight, everything gets checked off those boxes. So I'm excited to share with you for the last 2.5 years, I've been on a mission with a company called Vital Health Global. I'm going to share with you some cool details about what we got going on here and just to see if there's any alignment. So if you're here today and you're seeing this for the first time, then the question that I was asking myself in the beginning is like, could I see myself, does this feel aligned? Could I see myself on this mission? Does this make sense for me? And so I'm going to share my screen, and that way we can go ahead and run through this information. I'm not going to keep you guys here very long. So this is a pretty short presentation. And if I go through it too fast and you have more questions, ask afterwards. No worries. Get back to the person that invited you, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have. So one of the things that is really important to know is that, and I think you know this, most people know that the world is changing and the way that we approach our health is also changing. And that is something that when we're looking at this from a how do I take care of myself and my family's health? Okay, we want the best resources, right? We want the best things to support our bodies. But if I'm looking at this from a business standpoint as well, then right now we have an infiltration of AI in the world. And so when I look at adding an additional income to my portfolio, we have to think like this nowadays. The question you have to ask yourself is this something that AI could take over? And when it comes to wellness and actually taking care of the physical body that you live in, that's something that AI can't do. That's something that we have to do. So this is as far as the sustainability and longevity of this industry, check mark, right? Now, the the crisis that we have going on right now in the world is that people are struggling every single day, and they're struggling because there's a high demand for our attention. There's economically, most people are working. I know so many people that are working two, three different jobs, right? Plus trying to add in additional things to their portfolio to create some leverage, and it's just hard. And if you take a look at our food, we're undernourished. That's a whole side conversation. We could do a whole conversation just on that, but we're not even getting the nutrients out of our food that we need to be getting. That is causing the wellness industry to just completely blow up because people actually want to feel better because when you feel better, you do better, right? So now we're looking at the wellness industry as a $5 trillion industry and growing. And people are looking for solutions. So again, this is going to tap into that sustainability and the longevity of whatever you decide to put your attention into. Now, here at Vital Health, what's really cool is we've actually been able to do some incredible things in a short period of time. So, in a 4 year period, we were able to expand from our first year, we did 1.4 million. Our second, we did 4.1. Our third, we did 43. Our fourth year, we just closed out was 100 million, and we're projected to do double the what we did last year. Now, what's cool about this is it's like, okay, this is a proven concept of what we have here at Vital Health, what we've already been developing. But some other really cool points to this is we are founded in Mexico, so we're actually in our neighboring country. We own all of our labs. We do all of our manufacturing. We have very high quality standards for the herbal formulations that we distribute around the world, and we are an international company, so we actually have the ability to share our wellness formulations in other countries as well, besides Mexico, the United States, Canada. We're continuing to grow internationally. So the team that we have is absolutely amazing. Leadership is something that's so important to me, and being with this company now for 2.5 years, being able to build alongside the people that you see in this photo is just it's just incredible. You know, our two founders right here, Alex Reynoso, Tony Rodriguez, our entire company, to be honest with you, was built on the experience that Tony Rodriguez had when he was a young boy, losing his both of his parents to preventable chronic conditions. And that was a catalyst in his life to say, hey, I want to educate people on how to be more preventative with their wellness so that we don't continue to be losing loved ones like at the rate that we are. And so the message was to turn back to our beautiful planet because our planet naturally provides everything that we need to support our bodies. We just have to know what herbs are there to support our bodies and what areas. So we've got herbs that support detoxing. We've got herbs that support restoration in the body. If you're looking at hormones, aging, stress, sleep, we nourish the system, right? Because again, our food, it does not have the nutritional qualities that we need anymore. You actually have to nourish your system. It's not a luxury to supplement your body, it's a necessity. And then we have the ability to support awakening. Everybody drinks coffee. Well, not everybody, but it is the second most consumed liquid on the planet. So we have some beautiful herbal coffee blends that are amazing, and I'll talk a little bit more about those in a moment. So those are our four pillars of wellness. Now, before I continue, I just need to give you a couple disclaimers. Health disclaimer: we do not want you to change your health regimen without communicating with somebody that is a trusted practitioner in your space. We don't treat, diagnose, cure, mitigate any illnesses. And our income disclosure, yes, we have people that make, anywhere from, $1 to substantial income in our business. And it's all just based off of the attention that you put into your business, the skill sets that you develop, how much effort you really actually put into your entrepreneurial journey. Now, our formulations, couple really cool things that we do. We are an herbal company, so we have herbal formulations. We use adaptogens. If you're familiar with herbal adaptogens, what's cool about them is they do adapt to the functionality and the functionality of them adapts to the needs of your body specifically. And we do use micronutrients. Micronutrients are it's a technology where we're actually able to increase the absorption because there's no point in purchasing products that you're going to consume and they're not going to get absorbed. That's just I call that a waste of money. So, and actually, let me go back one more time. And at the bottom here, we do have all of our certifications that show that we are a company that prioritizes top quality and nothing goes into our products that should not be going into your body. Now, here's a little more overview of our products as a whole. And what I love about our products, I give people the analogy that if you're going to get your car serviced because the check engine light was on, everybody would want to go get the diagnostic tool plugged into the car to find out why their car had the check engine light on, right? Same thing with the human body. So we have different pieces of technology where we're actually able to help to identify what your body might be trying to communicate with you so you can actually go and support that system and organ in the body. It's not you don't guess, right? You don't, oh, my check engine light's on. Maybe I need new tires. Like you actually find out what's going on inside of the system. And that is where our signal-based wellness comes in. We have different modes of interpretation to help to decide, hey, this pattern's showing up in your liver, this pattern's showing up in your kidneys, your stress response is getting triggered. And we can actually say, oh, there's an herb that supports the liver. We have an herb that supports the kidneys. So you actually are going and tending to that area of the body in a more personalized way instead of just throwing random stuff at your body. Now, when we break down our four pillars, the detox, restore, nourish, and awaken, you can kind of see them broken down. We have some capsules, we have some tinctures, we have some, I call them our yummies, like our delicious powders, nutrient, our nourishing protein powders. We've got a children's line, which is absolutely critical. I actually might even feel more serious about our children's nourishment than as a parent. I guess that's like a parent thing maybe, but it's important because our children, they need their immune systems boosted. They need the proper nourishment going in. Their gut health is just as important, if not more, than ours as a growing body. And we have our Awaken lines, we have a blend of functional coffees. So we have something different for everyone, depending on, again, what area of the body you are wanting to tend to, what journey you are on. Now, when we jump over into the business side, looking at our products, okay, a couple things. Again, at this point, what I'd be asking myself is like, okay, I take a look at those products and who can I serve, right? If I'm putting my entrepreneurial hat on and I just finished checking out the products, like, okay, who can I serve with those products? Wow, I can serve children. I can actually create personalized wellness for somebody. Like we actually have the ability to serve the masses. We're not focused on just one specific niche. We're actually focused on root cause support and the entire system for any human, and we can personalize their exact wellness care. Now, when I'm looking at the entrepreneurial side, okay, I have three ways that I can be part of this and I can add this to my portfolio. Now, we have the ability for somebody to come in and just be a customer. You might want to just say, I want to consume my products, I want to elevate my wellness, and I want to feel great in my system. Okay, great. We also have the ability for somebody to come in and be an affiliate and also be a retailer because some people, we have so many doctor's offices, med spas, chiropractors, so many different wellness practitioners who have our products in their facilities and they're actually using them with their customers every single day. But you can also leverage your online network. If you're a social seller, then we have the ability for you to send out your link, be able to create your own online business with the products as well. And then if you are a leader, you can build a community. So there's different paths for you to partner with us here. Now, the benefit, okay, to adding this to your portfolio, because the way that I look at my life, me and my husband, this is how we look at it, is we have goals and dreams, okay? If you have a goal or a dream or more than one in your life, drop a two in the chat. Do you have something in your life that you want to obtain? Is there some place that you want to go that you currently are not? Or do you want to have something that you currently don't have? Okay. And the second question, drop a four if this is true. Does it require resources? Does it require money to do it? Now, I know for my husband and I, we want to build a big wellness retreat, like this location. Like I'm talking 30 acres, 40 acres, giant location, growing our own food. I want to be able to have a rescue center for animals on the property as well because I'm an animal lover. I want people to fly in from all over the world and feel like they have the ability to connect with nature and actually put their feet on the ground and have somewhere safe that they can come and just rest their bodies. Like I have a whole vision. I was a wedding planner, remember, right? So I have envisioned this event space on the property as well. So I have this whole vision, right? But that's a really big vision, okay? And it costs a lot of dollars, okay? A lot of resources. Now, when we're looking at adding things to our portfolio, that's how we look at our life is here's our portfolio, right? And the things that make you money are in your portfolio. So right now, if you have a job, that's in your portfolio. If you have a side cleaning business, that's in the portfolio. If you have an Amazon, business, you send out your links, you make some money, that's in the portfolio, right? So all these different things can be in the portfolio. But is your portfolio getting you where you want to go as fast as you want to get there? And that's where it was for my husband and I, and it wasn't as fast as we wanted to go. So this made sense to add to the portfolio because it was a leveraged income, meaning that we could connect to a system and we could actually build a residual leverage income where it didn't mean we were trading our time for money. Okay. And a linear income, if you tell me, oh, I make, $150,000 a year, but I have three jobs or I have four jobs. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to ask yourself, am I willing to continue always only trading my time for money? Or do I want to be making money when I sleep? Do I want to be making money when I'm, postpartum? Do I want to be making money when I'm not actually physically working my business in that exact second? That is called residual leveraged income. And I highly recommend to have at least one form of it in your portfolio because it gives you the flexibility, the time flexibility, the financial flexibility, because you can only work so many hours in a day. We all share the same 24 hours, right? And so do you want to keep filling your time with trading your time for money, or do you want to actually create more flexibility? And that's what the idea is by creating a system and tapping into a system. And that is what we have here at Vital Health. So we have tools for you to connect with, a community that supports you, a system that is going to train you if you're new in your entrepreneurial journey. Drop a five in the chat if you're new as a new entrepreneur. Are you a new entrepreneur? Is this your first time on this path? And if it's not, and you've been in the entrepreneurial game before, then you will recognize our system and our community and be like, wow, this is something that would have been really helpful for me to plug into when I was new. Because it's a roller coaster being an entrepreneur, because you're learning how to show up for yourself. You're learning new skill sets. You're learning how to step into a greater evolved version of yourself. But guess what happens when you do that? You create greater, bigger income as well, and you expand who you are as a person. Now, when customers are get paid when you have customers shopping. Okay, so again, that's the retail profit I was telling you about. E-commerce is the ability to e-commerce and influencers, the ability for you to share your links and create income online. Now, the power of having recurring customers is pretty cool. Okay, so let's just pretend that you had 10 customers that were spending 150 bucks a month. 150 bucks is pretty average, right? Some people spend more, that totally happens, but let's just say only $150 and there's 10 customers. That's $1,500. Now you're going to get the kickback is an $876 commission. Now, what's cool about that is that's a significantly high percentage, higher. I mean, I've actually never seen a percentage that high in the industry. Anywhere you went, anywhere, any supplement company that you went to, let's say you went to GNC, Vitamin Shop, or some, another company that leverages the same like model and say, hey, am I going to be making 60+% on my sales? They'll be like, what? No, that's crazy. Why, how can, that's not even possible. It is possible when you own your own manufacturing and you do everything in-house. So the, if you look at the 25 customers, if you look at the 50 customers, 100 customers, my question to some people is if it took you 3 years, 2 years to create 25 happy customers, 50 happy customers, would it be worth it for the next 2, 3 years or even less? You could do it in less time to make an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Now, that is the power of recurring customers. Now, we have different ways that you can earn. I'm not going to go deep into this, but there are different ways for you to build your business. Again, three things you want to remember. You can come in and retail. You can have you don't even actually have to have a physical location. We have our wellness tools, the scanners that I was telling you about. We've got people that do scan parties. They do mobile, they have a mobile scan business where they bop around and go and scan people. They have product on hand. They can have people share and sample and try it. We've got people that are making substantial income a month using their scan device and then doing little pop-ups. The other option is for you to come in and leverage your online network, okay? Start working with your online network, talking about the product, living your lifestyle, doing a little education, having some fun. You're sending out links. Boom, you're creating happy customers and you start creating that recurring income that I just showed you. And then you have the ability to create a team. I'm a big fan of team building. If you have ever seen Shark Tank. Shark Tank is pretty cool, right? They interview businesses that they think could be successful. The next step is that if they pick that person and the person picks them back, then they say, hey, I'm going to help you to become successful, but I'm also going to take royalties off of the growth of your business, right? It's essentially what you do building a team here. You plug them into the system, you help them to become successful, and the community helps them to become successful. And then you take royalties from your distribution point that you just set up. So you can set up a distribution point in Europe, in South America, in Canada, in Virginia, I used to live in Virginia, and in the United States, in Mexico. You can be setting up distribution points all over the world and taking royalties. That's your leveraged income. And it is absolutely amazing, amazing. The more distribution points you set up and support to their success, the more royalties end up in your earnings. Now, our different advancements range anywhere from bronze all the way down to triple diamond on this screen. So that can average anywhere from $220 to $27,000. And we actually have advancements that are higher than this as well. We've got people in the company that are making, over $300,000 a month. So it totally is up to you. You can create whatever earnings you're looking for. We'll help you to hit those advancements. Now, somebody might come in and be like, you know what, I'd be so happy if I could just make an extra 1,500 bucks a month. Somebody might come in and say, I'm trying to make 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month. Whatever your goal is, we have a strategy and a system to support you getting there. And you don't have to have any experience. This is something that is so critical, is that coming into entrepreneurship, if you are new to entrepreneurship, is such a fun, exciting thing because it's your project, right? You're not working for someone else. They're not writing the rules for you. It's literally your project, your canvas, your blank canvas that you get to design and evolve into. And it's such a cool process. So don't think that you have to be experienced. Don't think that you have to have all the time in the world to build your business. We'll show you the way. We'll show you how to do it into the cracks of your schedule. Even if you're a busy mom of four and you're making the dinner and you're burping the baby and you're going to work and you're doing all the things, we can show you how to work this in the cracks of your schedule with zero experience. Now, when you become a member, you're going to pay $29.99, and that's going to give you the loyalty rewards program. We've got a technology platform. We've got different discounts on all of our products. We've got an online store for you to access. All of the training, all of the community is included in that yearly membership. And then you would grab your own pack, right? Now, there's different packs with different values. So our basic pack is a $555 valued pack, and you're paying $170. The Essentials pack is 712 in value, and you're paying 330. And then the premium is 1379 in value, and it is 630. Now, the benefits to getting a pack, okay, one, you have to have your own products because when you have your products, then you're able to take your own products, right? I consume pretty much every single one of our products except for the coffee. I don't drink caffeine at all, but other than that, I take every single one of our products every single month. And that is why I came in with the Elite Pack because myself, my husband, my family, we all take our the full line of our products and we shared the products as well. I actually find this pack to be the best value. If you're looking at actual numbers, this is a $3,369 pack and you're only paying 1240. So when you get things at a higher bulk, then you're paying less per unit price. So this is the number wise, this is the best valued pack that we have. Now, the other three packs, if this makes more sense and you're like, oh, man, it would be a stretch for me to jump into that elite pack right now. I'm more of the essential, I'm more of the basic premium. Wherever you're at, we say get in where you fit in and start building your business. Okay. Just start growing your business, start working towards your goals. And if you get to the point where you're like, you know what, I want to upgrade my pack because I want better valued units, I want to be able to have the full line and I want a lot of it, then you can upgrade to your elite pack. And then our online system, we've got some pretty cool things going on in the technology space in the background. So if you're super into, oh, I want to be able to make funnels and I want to be able to set up my link tree and I want to be able to make different AI pieces of photos and get really into the tech side, we do have the tools available for you to jump into that and to be able to just really leverage the technology that's emerging on the planet right now and use it in your marketing and use it in your social selling platform. Then the next step is you can place an order. You can go ahead and ask the person that invited you and say, hey, you know what? These are some things that I'm experiencing in my body or some things that I want to start focusing on. I want more nourishment in my system. I want to work on my sleep. I want to have a more elevated mood. Whatever your goals are, go ahead and get back to the person that invited you and let them help you place an order. You can also become a member. And if you want to jump in as the social seller or the retailer or even leading a team and building a community, then go ahead and jump in and become a member and then join our community. We can share our Facebook with you where you can learn about our products. You can hear what other people are saying about the testimonials of our collagen and our teas and our detox line and all of these amazing products that we have. So go ahead and get back to the person that invited you if you have any questions. And one thing that I just want to leave you with is I had gotten to the place in my life where things had gotten so comfortable as a wedding planner. Like I was the manager of the property. I had been doing it for 9 years. I made incredible money. There were so many reasons why I could have kept doing what I was doing. And a lot of people probably thought that I was crazy for leaving. But the reality is if there's something inside of you that is tugging and pulling and you don't feel 100% aligned with what you're doing right now, it's not, that doesn't mean stay. That doesn't mean keep doing what you're doing. And you'll know, okay? You'll know. Not everybody feels this. Some people are like, I love where I'm at. I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm feeling. There is no room for improvement. My life is 100% boop, checked off. But if there's a tug, if there's a little like, and the feeling inside, the only way to get something different is to do something different. And I know because I went through it. And so I want to tell you today that this is something that you just add it right into your portfolio. This is something you add in. This is an addition to your life, and we can teach you how to hit any goal that you want. We have the strategy, we have the system, we have the community. So thank you so much for being here. Get back to the person that invited you, and we'll see you on the other side. I'll see you inside the community. Thank you guys for being here. Have a great night.